Welcome back to an all-new episode of Construction Secrets with me, David Windsor. For those of you that don't know, I'm a general contractor here in the beautiful town of Park City, Utah, where we have been getting an insane amount of snow. You can see right here, this guy's running the backhoe. You're going to be hearing it throughout this entire video, and he's loading this dump truck up with snow after snow after snow. It is just non-stop snow, snow, snow. We can't get enough of it, and we're getting sick of it. If we're skiing, we're loving it, and if we're not skiing, if we're building houses, we're absolutely hating it because it is kind of just becoming a joke. That being said, for those of you that don't know, I'm here on this YouTube channel. I'm just documenting my process of building this construction company from the ground up, and in 18 months, we've built this to an 8-figure company. In 18 months, we've accumulated $15 million worth of work, and I quit my job at a multi-billion-dollar construction company, commercial contractor, largest in the state of Utah. We did sports stadiums, corporate campuses, hospitals, church buildings, university stuff, and I took my skills and what I learned at that job, and I went out on my own and started my own construction company with my best friend Mark, and we started this company 18 months ago, and in 18 months we've had quite a good run. We've had a lot of success in the beginning so far. So that being said, I just want to talk to you a little bit today about the details of running a business, and something simple, and nothing too grand. But when I was at the gym this morning, I go to this gym that's been around in our town for 30 years, and it's the owner wants to sell it, and everyone knows he wants to sell it, but the gym itself is really starting to shit the bed. And a lot of the equipment's always broken. The steam shower is broken. The men's locker room has showers that they tore out the tile and they're going to retile it, and it's been sitting vacant for they demoed it, and it's been sitting vacant for 2 months. And their excuse is that the tile hasn't arrived. It's a special import tile from Italy, and it's a simple bathroom tile. But the reality is why would you demo the bathroom if you don't have the tile on hand? Those are the little things that, as a contractor, you're like, what are you doing? Why are you running your business this way? But it got me thinking, and as I started thinking about this stuff, I started walking around the building. I'm like, all right, the steam shower is broken. There's a lane in the pool that's broken. There's a bunch of the equipment's busted. The men's locker room has a urinal that's been busted forever. There's, and when you sit around the gym and you're talking to people, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's saying how this place is going to shit. Everyone's saying how it's falling apart. And those are the details, those little things that if this individual, as I'm walking out today, there's buckets catching the water, and these aren't cheap memberships. We're paying, $100 a month to be members there. And if you have a locker where they do your laundry and this stuff, that's an extra $40. So some people are paying $140 a month to be a member of this gym. And these are the details that as a business owner, you need to pay attention to these details. These are the things that your customers come to your gym for. And I would have left this gym a long time ago. I swim, and I swim every morning. And this is the only heated pool in our town throughout the winter. And the other gym that has a pool, they don't keep their pool heated in the winter. And so I don't go to that gym. So literally the only reason I'm holding on to this particular gym is because of the pool. And that's the only reason they're maintaining my business. And otherwise I'd be gone a long time ago. And I'm talking to a lot of members that are leaving. And these are the little details that people slack on. They don't realize that by not having the urinal fixed, by not having the lane fixed in the pool, by not having the hot tub working, by there's a door that's broken and you got to walk around a certain section of the gym because the door's broken. The door's been broken for 6 fucking months. So if you're not taking the time to, call a handyman and say, this is going to cost me a little bit extra money up front in my business, but this is a long-term play. This is how I'm going to maintain and retain more clients and more customers within this organization, and put out a simple email and say, hey guys, we're struggling financially maybe. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but send out an email to your customers and say, hey, we're trying to get these things done. What are the most hot items? Here's a survey. Please let us know, what are the items you like fixed the most? Is it the hot tub? Is it the urinal? Is it the door? Is it the pool? Is it, what is it? Keep it simple. If you only have a budget for X, and let's say $10,000 to fix stuff, and all these numbers come in at $50,000 to $100,000, and you don't have the money for that, that's okay. You got to run your business and make sure it's secure, but you also got to take care of your customers, because your customers, especially at a gym, are the only way your gym survives. It is a brick and mortar business, and if people don't come in and give you that monthly payment that is due every single month to keep your business and your doors open, if you're not taking care and surveying and asking and really like in consideration the feelings and the opinions of your members, then you're not running an efficient business. And I'm going to translate that back to construction. If you're not talking to your clients, and if you're not talking to your subcontractors, and if you're not saying, how can we make this process better? What are we missing? What are the details in this? I had a client to me the other day say, hey, what'd be a great idea is if every time a client selects something, you have them sign the sample. And you have them sign the sample, you take a picture of it, you send it in an email, and it's documented. That's a great idea. And that's something I'm going to listen to, and that's something I'm going to do. That's feedback from a client that I'm getting that I can use for future clients, and I can make sure that I maintain this level of communication and relationships with my customers. And if you're not, I'll say this 1,000 times. In construction, you are in the business of customer service, period. You are serving a customer. That's what you do. You manage the whole process, but you're serving one end customer. There is one person above you that pays the bills as a general contractor, and that is the client. That is the owner. And the only way there's anybody not above you is if you own the property yourself and you're doing your own flips or your own specs. And in that case, well, you got your own process, and you're only listening to yourself. So you're only going to hurt yourself if you don't have a systematized way of doing things. But you need to take feedback from your clients, period. If you're not doing it, you're going to suffer not only as a general contractor, but as a business owner. That is simple as that. And truly, like, people at this gym are talking all the time, and people are getting pissed. People are like, they don't understand. I went around the gym the other day and I took a bunch of photos, and I'm going to send out an email because I'm not a complainer. I just roll with the punches, and I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. But it's gotten to the point where I'm like, we're paying it for a level of service that's not being granted. And, all the kids that work there, they're all on their phone. They don't give a shit. No one's paying attention. There's towels. I came in the gym one morning and all the towels are gone. You can't use any of the towels. Like, there's no one took the time to fold them because these kids are on their phones. No one gives a shit. No one's training them properly. They're not cleaning the gym. It's, and I'm complaining about it more than I complain about anything. And it's made me realize that I'd be gone long. They would lose my business a long time ago. 6 months, a year ago, I would have been out of this place if it weren't for the heated pool. If I was not swimming on a daily basis and that was part of my routine, then I'd be gone. If I was just lifting weights and doing cardio on the machines and doing classes, I'd be gone. I'd be at a different location. So they're lucky they have this heated pool. That's the only reason they keep my business. So there's a lot of people that have already checked out. And that's how you lose business. You don't listen to your customers. You don't take their feedback. You don't put in the effort for the small details. Business is details. I had an old mentor that talked about this all the time, and the details are the foundations of the business. And the second you start letting the details slip, it's not a big deal. We don't need to do that. It's just one time. No big deal. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Well, you know what? That little detail, that's not that big of a deal. You compound that over the course of an entire house. All of a sudden, that little detail that you missed during framing, that you said, you kick that can down the road, all of a sudden you go to install that tile or that cabinet or something, and that wall's bowed out, and they're like, hey, this looks like shit and we can't fix it. It's so bad, when you could have addressed it during the framing stage. Those are little details that you've got to pay attention to. If you're not paying attention to the details, you're not paying attention to your project, and you're not paying attention to how big your business should and could grow when you focus on these types of things. And the individual that told me this about the details, this gentleman built this business to, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and they recently sold it. I don't even know what they sold it for, but it's got to be upwards of 9 figures. It's no, not 9 figures, excuse me. They were doing 9 figures. It's got to be upwards of 10 figures. It's, who knows, but this individual was the master of details, and he could not stress enough that when you let the details slip, it compounds, and you don't see it because it's a small little detail that you don't think about, and you're like, that's not that big of a deal. But over the course of the house, if someone frames a wall out of plumb, or if this or that, and you don't catch it, when you put the drywall on, it doesn't sit as well, and then when you go to put the tile on, it's even worse, and then when you put the flooring up and the casing and this and that, all these details compound over time, and you got to take time to focus on the details of your business, even in the construction process, even in the bidding process, even in the way you run your business, the way you do your taxes, the way you do anything in your business is super, super important that you focus on the clients and their opinions and the details. That is a must if you're going to be successful at business. I can't stress that enough. Business is hard as it is, and if you kick those details down the road, all of a sudden you're going to find yourself swimming 3, 4, 5 years later going, what the hell happened? And then you end up like a statistic. And the statistic is that 85% of businesses go out of business in the first year. And 85% of those businesses go out of business in the next 3 to 5 years. So you're going to be a statistic in the business world of someone who failed if you kick those details and don't listen to your customers and you kick that stuff down the road, because at the end of the day, you're going to sit down going, how the hell am I out of money? Why is everything fucked up? And how the hell has my business gone under? And the reason is you didn't focus on the details. So my tip today, focus on the details, listen to your customers, make sure you get feedback, make sure you implement it into your business, and make sure you don't end up like my local gym, because those guys are really not doing a good job and they're pissing me off and they're pissing a lot of other people off. And when people are paying a premium price, they should be getting a premium service. And that's not what's happening. And that's no way to run a business, because that means you don't care about me, someone who is giving you money, and that money is keeping your business afloat. So you got to care about me. You got to care about your client. Those people are the ones that are keeping you in business. That's what I got to say today. That's all I have. Once again, you can go to davidwindsor.com, get your free downloadable templates. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. Leave some comments below about the details in your business that may be suffering, or some of the details that you guys do in your business that have really helped. We're here to learn. We're new. We're young. We're hungry. We're here to grow. We're here to figure it out, and we're here for you, and you're here for us. We're here to grow the industry together. That's what we do. We're general contractors, and we all have a like-minded story. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys, and I hope these videos were helpful. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye.